Hi friends, welcome back. Today we are going to solve Codeforces problem, display the number. Before we start looking into this problem details, some examples and the Java solution for this problem, I want to mention that my channel is dedicated to help people who are preparing for their Java interviews and for their coding interviews. On my channel, you will find a lot of helpful videos that can help you in your job interview preparation for Java interviews and coding interviews. You will find more than 250 solved different varieties of coding problems which are previously asked by big tech companies like Google, Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Yahoo, Microsoft, and many other big tech companies, and those are selective problems to cover important coding questions varieties such as BFS, DFS, matrix problems, graph problems, binary search tree problems, dynamic programming problems, coding questions regarding linked list, strings, optimization, priority queue, and many other logical problems. So this channel can definitely help you in your job interview preparations. So please subscribe to this channel. So let's go through the display the number problem statement. You have a large electronic screen which can display up to a big number. They have given decimal digits. The digits are displayed in the same way as on any electronic alarm clocks. Each place for a digit consists of 7 segments which can be turned on and off to compose different digits. The following picture describes how you can display all 10 decimal digits. So they have given us how so there are total 7 segments, and some of the segments we can light up to display a specific digit, right? So for example, same example I just took it over here. So if you look at this, there are only 2 segments we can use here to light up and create number 1, right? To create number 7, we can create 3 segments to create number 7, right? 1, 2, 3. Here 1 and 2, right? Similarly for 0, it is 6 segments, right? 0, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are 6 segments. So this is kind of electronic keyboard or like electronic lock, how that's how it is displays. So let's go through the other details. As you can see, different digits may require different numbers of segments to be turned on. For example, if you want to display 1, you have to turn on 2 segments of the screen. If you want to display 8, all 7 segments of some place to display digit should be turned on. So if in case of 8, we are turning on all the 7 segments, right? So you want to display a really large integer on the screen. Unfortunately, the screen is bugged. No more than n segments can be turned on simultaneously. So now you are wondering, what is the greatest integer that can be displayed by turning on no more than n segments? So they have given us test cases, and each test case they will give us one integer n, which is maximum number of segments that can be turned on. Corresponding test case, it is guaranteed that the sum of n over all test cases of the input does not exceed 10 raised to 5. And in the output for each test case, we have to print greatest integer that can be displayed by turning on no more than n segments of the screen. So let's take some examples from here. So if they have said like n is equal to 3, let's go back to our this screen. So if n is equal to 3, right, then using that, what is the maximum number we can achieve? So as you can see here, so if we have n is equal to 3, maximum number we can create is 9 with that, right? 7 with that, right? 7 has only 3 segments, and this is the maximum number we can create. So 7 should be the answer. As you can see here, 7 is the answer. If we are given number of segments 4, then what are our possibilities with number of segments if 4 segments are there, right? So what we can do is, let's say, with 4 segment we can create number 4, right? So I can create number 4 with 4 segments, or I can create number 1 and 1 also, right, with 4 segments, because 2 segments, 2 segments. So uh, that's the only possibility, I think, right here with the 4 segments, because others are more than 4 segments here, as you can see. this 7 is we can create 7, but it is only 3 segments we will use, right? We have total 4 segments which we can use. So in these two we should output 11, right? 11 is the maximum number that we can create by using 4 segments, right? So similarly, if we are given, let's say, so let's say we are given number 5. So instead of 4, we are given total possible segments we can light up is 5. So what we can do? So in that case, we have how we can like typically solve this problem is, as you can see, with the 2 we can create number 1, with the 3 segment we can create number 7. So let's say if 4 is given, what we can do is, if it is divisible by 2 basically, right, we can just use 1 1 1 like that basically. So for example, in case of 4 is given, we will get 2 ones, right? If 6 is given, we will get 3 ones basically, right? Means this is the largest number we can create by using ones, right? Because 6 is divisible by 2, so we can create 1 1 1. If 8 is given, then we will get 1 1 1 1 basically, right? So this is the maximum number we can create by using 8 segments, if 8 segments is given, right? What happens when we are given, let's say, 5 segments? So when we are given 5 segments, it is not directly divisible by 2, right? Because 5 mod 2 is not equal to 0 basically, right? It's not equal to 0, it's equal to 1. So in that case, first we will get the what we can do is, we will get a segment that can be represented by 3 segments, like number which can be represented by 3 segments, which is 7, right? So we will first get 7 here, and we use 3 segments out of 5. So now we are left with 5 minus 3, 5 minus 3, which is equal to 2 segments now, right? So 2 segments means always we will take ones for that, right? So we will get 71 in that case, right? So this is how we can form the logic to solve the problem, and to create the maximum number when the maximum turnable segments are given from this one, right? So let's take a look at the logic quickly to solve the problem. So maximum segments, for example, let's look into some problems what we were just discussing. So 5, let's say 5, right? So let's just say 5 first. We will go through other examples as well. So if 5 is given, first thing is we will check if it is divisible by 2, right? If it is divisible by 2 here, then we will just output 1, correct? Because we will take this 1 we will take when it is divisible by 2, because these are the 2 segments and we wanted to form maximum number, right? So I showed you in case of 4 6 8 how we can do it. Otherwise, when it is odd number, like for example 5, right, then we can first use 7, and then for remaining 2's we will get these ones basically, right, for 2 segments. So let's take a look at the 5 case now, and this is the else part is when the maximum segments is not divisible by 2, right? So first thing we will print 7, and when we are using 7, we already are consuming 3 segments, so we have leftover segments are maximum segments minus 3, and we will put two segments basically by using, we will put 1. So whenever we are putting 1 here, we are using 2 segments, right? So that's what we are doing here, and that's why I is equal to I plus 2 here, right? And we will put 1. So let's go ahead and execute this code snippet. So as you can see, 71 and 71 we also saw here, 71 for case of 5, right? 71. So let's say if we have 7, right? So if it is 7, if n is equal to 7, then we will get 7 1 and 1, right? Because for first 7 we will use 3 segments, and for these 2 we will use two segments, right? So total 7 segments we used, and maximum number we can get is 7 1 1. So let's try that example also. So let's have 7 here. So as you can see, 7 1 1, which is the correct answer. That is the maximum number we can produce. Let's try this 8. So 8 means 1111 we should get. So let's see, for 8 we are getting 1111, 4 ones. If it is 6, then we will get 3 ones, right? If it is 6, we are getting 3 ones. And why 3 ones? Because every time we print a 1, it consumes 2 segments, right? So that's why for 6 we are getting 3 ones, right? um, let's try 11. So if we have 11, then we will get 7 and then 3 ones, right? 7, sorry, 4 ones, right? 7 and then 4 ones. 4 ones will get us 8 segments, and 1 7 will get 3 segments, right? So 8 plus 3 is total 11 segments. When we are given total maximum 11 segments, the maximum number we can create from that is 7 1 1 1 1, basically, right? So once you understand this logic of how we can form this, so based on the first, we will check if it is divisible by 2. We will always print like this 1 1 in this case, right? So in case of 4 we will get 2 ones, in case of 6 we will get 3 ones, in case of 8 we will get 4 ones, in case of 10 we will get 5 ones. So let's take a look at 10. So we should get 5 ones in that case. So we are getting 5 ones here, right? And so this is the logic we are doing. Like in case of odd number, we will first print 7 and we will consume the 3 segments. Once we consume a 3 segment from an odd number, the remaining number will be the even number, right? For example, if we have odd number 7, and if we are we put this 7, so we consumed 3 segments from that, right? So remaining number will always give us the even number. So when we get the even number, we already know what we want to do, right? Like always we'll print 1 ones, right? Here in case of 4 we will put 1 1. If it is 6 we will put 3 ones. If it is 8 we will put 4 ones, like that. So this is the logic to solve Codeforces display number problem. This is a kind of electronic watch, something like similar, and maximum segments are 7 segments. And for example, this 8 number is created by using all the 7 segments, right? We have to print the maximum number, so we will greedily choose a number which is the which consumes like the smallest segments, right? So 1 is the smallest segment, 2, after that 7 is the smallest segment, 3. So based on the even odd logic, we will create the biggest number which is possible, like using this even odd logic, right, that I explained you here. So if you are new to my channel, then on my channel you will find a dedicated playlist for Codeforces. It has over 80 different solved coding questions on Codeforces explained with whiteboarding session and Java code and examples. You can go through that. Also, there is another big playlist on my channel called as lead code and lean code solutions. It has a lot of solved lead code and lean code problems of all different varieties, such as breadth first search, depth first search, graph problems, binary search tree problems, dynamic programming problems, coding questions related to linked list, strings, optimization, all those kind of logical problems are also covered there. So if you go through this playlist, you will get a lot of exposure to vast varieties of coding questions that can come during the interviews. If you like this video, and if you find this video helpful, and if you like the way it's been created by using whiteboarding sessions, examples and Java code, please give it a like. Also subscribe to the video and subscribe to the channel. Your subscription to the channel is really important for the channel, because that is the way the channel can reach to more people who need help in solving coding problems. Main goal of the channel is to help as many people as possible in solving coding problems. They can look into these videos of solved coding problems and understand how to approach different coding problems using Java, and what data structures, libraries and APIs of Java to be used and applied to solve different varieties of coding problems. So if you like this video, then please give it a like. If you have any questions regarding this video, please put your questions below the description section. Also share this video with your friends and colleagues. I'm going to put this code and share with you in the GitHub account, and I'll give you the link in the description. There are vast varieties of solved coding problems there in Java. You can take a look into my GitHub account. And thanks for watching this video.